Hey, I'm Simon from Denzity, and today we'll be looking at the UK. If you're a Hong Konger planning to move there in the pursuit of further education, employment, or retirement, you might be very confused about how any of it works. That's why, a few weeks ago, we chatted with CBRE's Ludo Downey about the UK property scene in 2021. Interesting locations, key insights, and how things are predicted to go in the next few years. It's actually looking quite positive. Click the info card above to check that out in detail. With this episode, however, we wanted to zoom out by a lot and take a look at 3 English cities you should check out. But first, a quick summary. The UK is a country of countries of sorts. These countries are England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Upon zooming in closer, we notice some well-known names that pop out: London, Birmingham, and Manchester. These are 3 expat and investment-friendly cities that we'll be taking a look at today. Let's kick the list off with England's capital and the UK's biggest city, London. London is broken down into 32 boroughs, 12 inner London boroughs and 20 outer London boroughs. Boroughs are the equivalent of districts in Hong Kong. Now, I'm sure we're all familiar with descriptions of British weather: gloomy clouds, constant rain, and perpetual sadness. Add to that expensive rent and transport, and you might be deterred from ever settling there. But the upside for expats is that London, like Hong Kong, is an international financial hub, boasting job opportunities and a huge diversity of communities and cultures. It already boasts a strong Chinese population, and the urban environment is something very familiar to Hong Kongers. It's a good introduction to the UK. So, if you've got a huge stash of cash hiding away somewhere,
everything burns.
You might be interested in prime central London, home to fancy expensive housing which sometimes also has historical value. You would want to browse through boroughs like Kensington and Chelsea and Westminster. But many recent property developments in the UK have targeted a more affordable price point. These tend to lie in outer London boroughs, about a 35 to 60 minute train ride away from the city centre. An important phrase to remember is regeneration areas. Basically, they're the British version of Hong Kong's urban renewal efforts. These initiatives bring life, local investment, and commercial activity back to these previously neglected locations. One regeneration area is a borough called Hounslow. We did a separate video on a development there called Lambton Parkside. If interested, click the info card above to watch. A key contributing factor to all the recent activity around London's regeneration areas is the upcoming completion of a new railway line called Crossrail, which would greatly improve the accessibility of outlying areas to the city centre. Of course, we also have to mention the rise of work-from-home arrangements as another driver of demand for these areas. But if we're speaking of regeneration, we cannot leave out the UK's second largest city, Birmingham. If London is the jewel in the south, then Birmingham is the economic and socio-cultural heartthrob of the Midlands. It's a bit different from London because Birmingham isn't divided into smaller boroughs. Instead, Birmingham connects with a few other cities and towns to form what's known in the UK as a conurbation. Specifically speaking, the West Midlands conurbation or Greater Birmingham. What's so special about Birmingham is that while it may be smaller than London, it can provide just as many opportunities as the international city. That's thanks to its history as an important industrial hub. Birmingham has since transformed into a center for tertiary industries, experiencing a rise in jobs and opportunities for new residents. A couple other positives to consider are the lower cost of living compared to London and a centralized location right in the middle of the UK if you like to travel.
Nice.
It's a pretty great place to live, but if you're someone looking to invest there, the capital appreciation is obviously going to be lower than a city like London, which is constantly changing and evolving. However, the future of Birmingham is promising. It has been the target of several regeneration projects. One important area to look into would be Digbeth, which has seen major changes in the past decade, with old warehouses being turned into modern apartments. There's also railway expansion projects like Midlands Metro Expansion and High Speed 2, which would bring great benefits to the entire region. Finally, if we go a little further north, we have Manchester. the world's first industrial city and home to football clubs Manchester City and Man United. Manchester lies in the Greater Manchester built-up area and is possibly the most culturally significant city on this small list. Beyond sports, it has contributed greatly to British architecture, media, art, and science. With a raging cultural life, this city is very student and family-friendly. But beyond that, the city also has a strong manufacturing industry that employs 1 out of 10 people in the city, making it a perfect place to settle and grow. The benefits and downsides of considering Manchester as a place of residence or investment are similar to Birmingham. It's a smaller city, but boasts a lot of opportunities. Some key areas to look into would be First Street, Mayfield, and Great Jackson Street, which have all been the focus of regeneration and development. With the efforts of the local government, Manchester has broken out of its previous industrial decline, bringing a lot of value and activity to its property scene. So, it's definitely a city to consider. I hope this video has made looking into the UK a bit easier for you, but do watch out for upcoming videos that will take a deeper dive into the area. Denzity is a real estate search platform, and we're here to help you find the information you need to buy the right home. To learn more about property and investment, check out our website where we post informative blogs and feature insights from international experts and professionals. Till the next video, see you.